We are going to create a new project, and I'm going to call this project class, and I'm going to create a new DB, and the DB will be class DB. I like using simple line icons, so I'm going to choose it and we'll move next. I'm going to add table here, and this is going to be our table 1, but let's call this table 1 user. Let's call this one name email. My god, I'm sorry. Email PSW, that's password, then the row IMG, timestamp. Alright, so I think this table is enough for us to do what we want to do. We save it. So let's preview. Let's get our project running by publishing it or previewing it. Here and here, almost basically the same thing. So again, like I said, we are coming to learn some few tricks about adding and editing page. But this work better with when you making use of add page. So let's see. This video will not take long. It's going to be a very short one. So over here, let's click on this add. As you can see, our name and timestamp. This row, for some reason, you may want it to be a specific value. You may want it to be this value. Row, you may want it to be. You may set the default value to admin and you preview it. So you can see we are having admin inside it, but anybody who is logging in can change it to anything he or she wants. What if you want to lock it? You can come over here and disable it, and when you disable it, they can't actually type. As you can see, you can hear the sound of my keyboard, but can make any changes into it, but I can actually focus on it. Alright, so what if we'll check this off and just disable it completely? So this is what is going to happen. I can't focus on it at all. I can't have it focus even though I'm clicking on it, but it won't focus. Talk more of typing inside it. So what are the next thing you want to do? You may not want to disable it, but you want it to be read only. And you don't want this admin to be there, but you want it to hide. Okay, you want to hide it like this. You can come over here and hide it, still give it a default value if you want, and preview it as it's going to just go away from here. All right, so what are the major things? The main thing I want to show you today, I'm going to make this thing test so that we are going to see it, and I'm going to preview it. So we are talking about the row and the default value. I've taken the default value off. Currently there's no default value. I can add the default value to be user, and when I preview it like this, the default value is user. But there are some other things you can do, and that is to query a field just using the URL. You can come over here and type this question mark, and you call the field you want to give a value. For my own case, it is row. So you have to know is test sensitive, not case. It's test sensitive. So you have to know the test you use. Letters you use, and just type it over here. For my, I will type row, and I want this row to be admin. Remember, we have a user here, but I want this row to change to admin, and I can hit enter. So you can see it have changed to admin, even though we have this thing checked to be user, and I've checked it on, it have turned to admin. So that is why sometimes if you want users, if you want to take completely control over the default value, some guys are hacks. For people who makes use of PHPRad, and they just use it to learn hacking, to learn how this PHP and controlling server side and stuff, how it works. They can just do this. Even though you have given them the role to be a user, they can come over here and type in role is equals to admin, and it will take effect. It will just take over what you have even input earlier on. So to have this thing off, what you need to do is to make sure that you just turn it to none and put it on user. And when you preview it, as you can see, the role is admin. But let's go on and register somebody. I'm going to call this guy user. Okay, let's call him Wilson John, and his email will be will@gmail.com. So his password is going to be 1234, and his IMG, we are going to choose any IMG for this guy. We are going to call over here, oh my god, what am I doing? I'm sorry. We're going to come over to PSS and we're going to choose this image, all right, for this guy. And the timestamp should pick by default, but I've not checked all this thing. As you can see, the role is user, even though coming over here there is admin on the top bar, but even at that the role is still user. So thank you so much for joining us today. In our next tutorial, I'm going to show more. Recently I've been off from making tutorials just for one reason or the other, specifically known by me. I think I'll start making something again to entice the whole channel.